Welcome, Stella here. Welcome to my next video. What I've done is I've created some beautiful papers, some craft room papers. So let's just go through them at the moment. Let me just put this camera up just a tad. So you can see these. I will have them up in my Etsy shop. I created them with a misty faded outlook. I really like the misty faded outlook. They're printed on A4 on 250 GSM cardstock. I've got 25 sheets of A4. And we've got a nice check. I love the gingham check. This one can be cut. I'll put a border around the flowers there so it can be cut to create a feature, and that one up there as well. What a gorgeous green this is. This is beautiful. Lace and ribbons. Not ribbons. Lace and buttons. Now we've got some skeins of embroidery thread. Embroidery hoops. Busy little beavers. And oh my gosh, I do love gingham and flowers. And this one we've got some spools of ribbon. Threads and some flowers on that one. Some pink spots. Buttons, which is a sideways one, a landscape, pretty. And this can either go that way or it can go that way. Patchwork. We've got some rolls of laces here in this one with some pretty flowers. There's another one that can be trimmed, can be cut. You can put photos inside. If doing an A4 album, which I'm not at the moment, but if you wanted to do an A4, that could be trimmed around here, just maybe to there, and that stuck on, and then just around the bottom and the sides glued, so that you've got this pocket in there that you can pop stuff in. Anywho, more layers. With a lovely bit of lace. I just love the misty outlook. Just gives it a faded look, which I favour. We've got some more threads. And this one, this I think is my favourite. I love this. Love that. And then we've got the old hot glue gun. We wouldn't be a crafter without the hot glue gun. And there's another view of a craft room. And there we've got an Afghan blankie with the yarn. Okay, so that is papers, the decorative papers I'm using for this album. Let's put that away for a sec. Okay, they, as I said, I printed them on 250 GSM. You don't have to print it on heavy cardstock like that. You can go 200. 200, you can go 175. We're talking GSM, not pounds. You can go 176. I wouldn't go any lower than 176. Okay, and I'm using black, and this is also 250 GSM A4, so I'm using them. Take it out of this glary packet. You don't want to see my mug shot. That's better. Beautiful cardstock. That's a pack of 20. Packet of 20 there. And I'm using box board, whatever you want to call it, box board, we call it here, grey board in the UK and chipboard in the US. I don't know where else you may be, what you call it. And this is 1100 GSM, so it is really quite thick and sturdy. It is 1.8 millimeters thick. It's a really nice sturdy one. These are A5, and I am actually going to be doing a landscape album. So I need 2 of them, and I'm not cutting down these pieces. They are A5, so we are working on A5. And then I'm going to cut a 2-inch spine, I think. Let me just have a look at my notes, which don't really mean anything. 2.5-inch spine. So let's put this away. Let's grab a mat and a ruler. 2.5 inches. I'll stand up so I can see better. I may decide to make a box for this one as well. That's an optional extra. Okay, so we've got our 2.5 by A5. There we go. Of course, we're not putting them flush like that. I'm just double checking that we are the same. Yes, we are. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our cardstock. We've got our pretty paper. I'm using construction tape or crepe tape. If you follow Paper Crafting with Paul, you'll see that he uses this a lot. And I've learned that it is great to work with. So thank you, Paul. Paper Crafting with Paul. So, and I will also be using some tape, double-sided tape. That's all I've got left actually. And some glue. I use art glitter glue, and I just about need to fill this little bottle up again. Also, I like to use double-sided adhesive sheets. These are A4, so very handy. Probably won't need that again, because I'll probably use all of these. You get, how many do you get? Doesn't say, so 10 pieces per pack. So I will probably use 2 packs. That's that. That's that. What else do I need to show you? Oh, you've got to have your sharp knife, a tool for measuring. I like to use this tool here, which gives me 1/8 of an inch space between, and that's what I like. That there. What else do I need? I need my pokey tool, which tried to disappear. Pokey tool. My bottle of water. Pair of scissors. Eraser, should I need it? My little dog. Just hold on a sec, I've got to sort him. Okay, my poor little dog, this little 12-year-old Chihuahua. He doesn't like sirens. Okay, where were we? Nowhere, I don't think. I don't think I got very far. Look, I am just going to I like to keep these wet ones on my desk. I'm just going to fill this up a bit more. And this is not sitting well. I have to stretch this better. One of the sayings in this country, in Australia, when you've got a short reach, you're not very tall, is I don't come from Long Reach. There's a place called Long Reach. If there's slang to be found or made up, Aussies will make it. Squeezing the bottle just a little bit. Whoa, shoot. Gosh, it's like gold, this stuff, don't waste it. That looks pretty full. Just making sure. Okay, let's start. So, first up, get rid of some stuff here. We are going to, what are we going to do? Use our construction tape, or crepe tape, whatever you want to call it. You find an end. Seriously? There we go. So we're going to start off with our spine. So I'm going to put it just not quite halfway across, not quite halfway. Okay, and then we'll just pop our front in, but not before we put this in. Pop that then we'll fold that piece over and pull it quite tight, just to meet the other one. Bone folder, and let's just create that gully, sharpen those edges there, and we are going to reinforce this with another piece of tape, so don't worry about that if you're worried. Okay, just away. Camera's a bit wobbly, sorry. Just a little less than half. And put that other piece on. And don't forget this. And that sits snugly in there beautifully. Okay, we're going to mark these inside front and inside back. And I know a lot of the times I do this and then I forget and I'm gung-ho and I do it back to front. So we are going to reinforce the inside of this with some. You don't need to do it on both sides, and I'm just going ½ inch down from the top and ½ inch up from the bottom. I don't need to go up the top because we are putting tape around there. This is marvellous stuff to work with, absolutely wonderful. Inside front, let's mark outside front. Outside back. Okay. Just get rid of that for the mini, I don't need it. Okay. Now we are going to go the whole length of this. You won't be able to see the whole thing. And I'm going to leave about ½ inch either side, over, whoops, over this measurement. Now let's just make sure this is straight. It does tend to curve a wee bit, being a crepe thing. Yeah, you want just a tad before the ½ inch, halfway. Okay, let's just turn it over and just smooth that across. Give that a workout in there. Now over here, I always forget what I do over here. What do I do? I think it's too long. You need just a ½ inch. You just want a ½ inch there. So I think, from memory, we'll cut that on that angle. And then we're going to fold that piece over. And then we're just going to tuck this little piece in, a little bit there. So that's what you've got. Let's go to the other side. Yeah, ½ inch is enough, or 3/8. So lift this piece up and fold it over neatly. Square it off. Punch that in. Now we are going to fold it across. Fold over really tightly, pull it tight, so that it's going to be straight against that. And if you find any creases, don't worry, the bone folder gets rid of them. Easy peasy. See, I've got some creases there. Have a look, they're gone. Now, just set our gullies again. Inside, inside. Cool. I like to do it from this side rather than stretch across. Oi. Looks pretty straight. I could be wrong. If it curves, just give it a tweak. Okay. Snip our corner. And fold over that little piece. You can make it a bit bigger if you find that's just a little bit too narrow. inch if you want. Okay, now we're going to fold it in. It does have a little bit of give, this tape, but don't go wild with it. Okay, inside. Now we're going to do the ends. It's actually up to you which, if you do the short sides or the long sides first. Doesn't really matter. But these, whichever side it is, these ones are going exactly the same size, so I'm just stay there. I'll just put scissors in there to hold that. Okay, I'm going exactly with a 1/16 of an inch gap from the edge, and then over here, I should have taken the other scissors, over here we'll cut it a 1/16 of an inch. Sure. There we go. And then pull it over. And press it in. No. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm paying attention to my labels there. Inside front and inside back. Great stuff. Now we want to cover these. So let's measure. I'm going to take them quite a distance to the edge, so like a 1/16 of an inch. So this one needs to be 8 1/8, 8 1/8 by 5 2 4 6 8 10 11 sixteenths. We've got 5 11 sixteenths. Okay, So we will need 2 of them. What is that? 8 1/8. So that's 8, and it looks like 8 1/8. This is new, so I'm still feeling my way around it. So 1 2 3 4 5. Well, sorry about the glare there. Is that a 1/8? It doesn't actually have 8s, so I'm a little worried about that. So because you need 2, 1 2 3 4 5, so I think that might be 1/8. Let's see what we've done. That's a 1 3/16, so we do need to take another little bit off. Eight and 1/8 by, what did I say? 5 and, oh gosh, 11/16. 5 and 11/16. Shoot. 2 4 6. That's not right. No, we're going to use an ordinary cutter. I haven't had time to play around too much with that one. Use our old Kaiser Craft since I've got a new blade in there. I bought a cutter from, who's it from? Craft Online in Australia here, and it was not calibrated properly. It was 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch out of measurement. The top wasn't straight. 5 and 11/16. Okay, 5, 4 6. Looks like there. That is 15, 16, 13, 14, 12, 11, yep. Let's double check. Magic. Magic. New blade. I've done just a few things with it, and it's rough already. Oh God. devil sit on my shoulder. Okay, these two, and we are going to use a double-sided, and that's going to fit that way pretty much. Needs some trimming. When you're cutting blind, there's always some trimming to do. Normally I would take this adhesive sheet just a tad inside like that, so I don't have the overhangs, but for some reason I didn't do that. Okay, we're going to start from the bottom here, so let's lift that backing off. And I want some wiggle room. So if I don't get it straight, I can lift it quickly. That's what wiggle room does for you. Oops, getting carried away there. Still got a bit of overhang, which I'm just going to push it in to the back. That looks pretty good, actually. So while you've still got some backing paper on this, fit the top first before you fit the bottom, and then you just can't go wrong. Too much glue there. Okay, lift that up and pull the backing away. Oops. Sometimes I think the mat's just better. That can be used as a piece of tape. Okay, we've got a little bit of overhang there. You can see it, but we're just going to tuck that in when we remove this. All I do is just pull it to the back or push it to the back, whichever's easier, so that it folds over. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Again, I'm just a bit heavy-handed with the glue. Okay, I'm still going to put inside front. Now I want two more for the actual front. I should have cut them all together. Never mind. You probably don't want to see me cut them again, so I'll just pause. Okay, I've done the covering of the outside, and I did the spine as well. So now I want to do the hinge. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know how long it's going to be yet, how long I need yet. So we'll show you how I'll work that out. My length here is going to be 5.5. So let's just cut this paper down to 5.5. And get our scoreboard. Okay, so the hinge, my spine is 2.5. It's 2.5, and I probably want to come in just a tad, or will I? Yeah, we can probably go pretty much to 2.5. So we're going to do mountains and valleys. and we're going to do half inch mountains and half-inch valleys, I think. Because I only want 5 pages, I don't want any more than that. So we're going to score at ½ inch and then ½ inch. Now that is going to be our first mountain, which our page will sit over, sorry. And then we're going to have a valley. So I'm just going to put a tick on here and here. That's our mountains. Nothing on the valley. Score again, each ½ inch. And these are mountains. So I've got 2 mountains. We want another valley, and then we want 3.5 and 4. That's another mountain, and that's another mountain. That's our valley. A mountain at 5 and 5.5. So there's our mountain, there's our mountain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our valley. And here is our 5th mountain. Now, I'm not going to cut it off yet because I'm not 100% sure. Okay? Now, I always like to be sure with my hinges as well. So we've got. Let's pull that one over, and that's our first mountain. And then we've got a valley. And then take the second one, not that one, that's the beginning of your mountain. Take the one next to it, and we're going to fold that into a mountain and crease the fold either side of it. So that's what you've got. Okay, and then we've got our valley. Also, what I like to do is put clips in. Okay, there's our valley. That's the foot of the mountain, and that's the top of the mountain. We fold over the top of the mountain and then crease the next foot of the mountain. Valley, mountain, mountain. Once you've folded that mountain piece, it's easy enough to crease either side of it. Okay, we've got a valley, mountain, mountain. Before I cut anything off, I'm going to make sure we fit. Now this is giving me 1/8 of an inch on that side and 1/8 of an inch on that side, so I am quite happy with that. So let's take that bottom 2 clips off, and we are going to cut just inside that side of that crease and get rid of that. Okay, save that. Good for a pocket. Okay, I'm just going to use glue. You can use tape as well if you wish. Okay, our mountain is there. This time I'm not using a flap to go over. I am just going straight with the mountain. You can, of course, add 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches either side if you want to have that flap folding over. So behind this mountain I'm going to glue one side, and then we are going to fold it over. And then burnish it really well. Oh, again, I'm just getting carried away with the glue. I'm a shocker. This is more, Stella. So, that's my first mountain. Let's take off the next lot of clips, flip it over, and pop some glue in there. Whoa. Again, you got too much glue. Fold that over. Give it a burnish. Open them up just to make sure you haven't glued that underside in. Burnish it really well. And that's what you've got. Okay. Let's take off the next load of clips. Fold that over and burnish. And then fold it open and burnish again. So this is the back that's going to be joined to there, and these are the front pieces where your pages will go. Fold it over. Oops, again. And then open it up and burnish that again. And you can see they are pretty much straight. And that one might just be a little bit off. Okay, last one, take the clips away. Okay, I'm going to flip them over one side, and we're going to give them a really good burnish. And then we're going to flip them over the other side. Give them another good burnish. So this is what we've got. That's our 5-page hinges. So I'm just going to fold them, those end ones in for a minute. Nope, no can do at the moment. First up, we're going to cover it with tape. Okay, now I'm going to start with, rather than go right to the edge, I'm going to start on one of those folds. And then we'll get a smaller piece, 1/4 inch. Actually, is this 1/4 inch? Not sure. It is too. It just looked a bit small. I mean, a bit large. Okay. Okay, before I remove the tape, we are going to have a look and see it looks pretty good actually. It looks pretty good. So if I could just trying to do this straight is probably not great. I'm going to eyeball it. I can't be bothered faffing about with it, you know. So, let's take all our papers off, all our backings off, sorry. Oops. Plus, I'm also going to put some glue on here. Trying not to soak it. And oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done the outside ones. So it needs to go like that. Okay, that looks straight to me. Let's just get the glue off that. I just thought I would try a hinge this way. It's the first time I've done it. I normally do have a flap that comes over, but I thought I would try something different. I've seen it done. Who have I seen it done from? Okay, so we've got our 5 hinges, and there's plenty of room in between for me to add extra pages and flaps. So my page is going to go just a little over that. So our pages are going to be 5 and 5/8. Let me just write that down. As you know me, I forget. 5 and 5/8. I think we might go 8 inches, and that just gives me a little 1/4 inch up there. Do you know, I'm going to go 7.5 because I do want to put some inserts between my pages. So I'm going to go 7 3/4. Compromise. 7 3/4. No, 7 5/8. 5 5/8 by 7 5/8. Decision made. So we need 5 at that size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By 7 5/8. Okay. Might be able to. Do you think I'll be able to get 2 out of this? I might do. 5 and 5/8. Not sure. 5 and 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5/8. Oh, easy peasy. So I get 2 per sheet. Three. 4. 3, and 7 and 5. Okay. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. You can join 2 pieces the same size, but use a hinge inside. Let me just put this together just quickly. Two pieces. Whoa. So you could do 2 pieces the same size. If you're concerned about wasting paper, this is a good one. The same size, and you can put that hinge in there, and that will open easy. Or the other way is to cut you will need the 8 and 5/8 because you'll need this measurement that way, plus you will need a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch to fold down into this one. Do you see what I mean? So by doing it that way, we have to cut the 5 and sorry, I've got glue on my fingers and it's annoying me. No, hang on. It's the 5 and 1/8, so we need 6 and 1/8. So we are actually going to have waste here. Five times we're going to have this waste. So I'm leaning towards doing the hinges, and you can have them on the front or the on the outside or the inside, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do all of these the same. So we've got 5 and 1/8. I mean 5 and 5/8, sorry. 5 and 5/8. Again, 5 and 5/8. With 7 5/8. If if you've got cardstock to spare, you can do it the other way. Five and 5/8. So I need 10. 2, 3, 4, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. Need one more. Save that piece. Okay, we need hinges that are that long, which is 7 and 5/8. And we will just double check 7 and 5/8. So we're going to need 20. No, need 10. 2, 4, yeah, 10. I might save this piece. Oh no, I won't. Look. I could probably get 10 out of here. 10 out of both of these. Or I can save these for... Let's use a new pack. And 7 and 5/8. There's a new piece of paper. Okay, now I'm going to cut them at 1 inch. 1, 2, and 10. I'll keep this strip, it's useful. These ones are not useful. They're too small. So we'll dice them. What I want to do now is score these down the centre. It should be at 1/2 inch. Whoa. Okay, the way this does. What is that? This is how I rub it out. I need to get a new one of these. Look, it's broke. Well, you can see it's broken. It's just a little awkward to work with. But then being a bit heavy-handed with things, I'd probably break a new one. So, not break it in, just break it. Okay. Let's remove you. I doubted I had 10 there for a sec. Okay. Yeah, our pages are going in that way. So we want an opening there and an opening there. So this is where we put our hinges. Now you can put them outside. They will all be covered anyway with decorative paper. If it's easier to do it this way, do it this way. Okay? Or we can go, and I'm going with glue, not tape. You can go with tape if you want. Okay, I'm going to go right to the edge there. That one seems a bit long. Right to the edge, but not over the edge. And let's just check the other side. That looks good. That looks good. Burnish it. And I think the top is just a smidgen too long. You can see that there. There we go. Okay, then put glue on this side. Okay, before you seal it down properly, make sure that everything is squared off, and everything fits. Okay, we are slightly off there. You can see I'm just slightly, not even a 1/16 of an inch, but I can't see where I'm off on the end here. I cannot see it. So I'm not going to worry about it. Let's open that. Grab another hinge. I'm beginning to think it might have been better just going over the top. But we have done this now, so, and we are just that 1/16 of an inch, not quite too large, so let's just cut that bit off. You need good lighting to see this. Most definitely, good lighting. Okay. And before we actually do that, let's fit it onto one of those hinges. Perfect. So now we're going to put some glue on this one. And just flip that over. And that fits beautifully. And look, I have saved probably 5 sheets of cardstock. So let's just check and make sure that's going to fit in there. In you go. In you go. That's away. That's away. Come on. And you know what I haven't done? And I should have done this before putting everything together. I haven't wedged my corners. So make sure you do that. Wedge your corners of your hinge. Let's see if smaller scissors, that's better. Do you know, I don't know if I've burnished this down, so I am going to do that in a sec, even if I've done it before, because I'm not sure whether I did or not. Can't remember. Okay, where's my page? There it is. No, it's not. There it is. Because we've got 2 sticky bits that I shouldn't have done, I'm going to put one page in. Be some wiggle room here if I put glue there. Now remember I had just a slight off there, so I'm going to put that one on this side. Woohoo. Are we front? We are working on the back, you silly woman. Working on the back, inside front. That happens to me. So okay, now before we really secure it, let's see how it's going to lay. Well, we are, don't put it right up against the score line there. Make sure it'll go flat. Pretty much level with that paper on the backing. Okay, now we can do that. Secure that piece. Nope, that's that piece we need to secure. Shoot. I'm just trying to take that glue off there. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening easily anyway. Okay, now I'm going to put some glue inside here. Now if you're going to use inserts in here, don't just use tape for this, because tape can lift and your photo card could get stuck. I'm so not happy about putting that tape on there. So we're just going to try and lift it. It should be easy. Yep, there we go. Easy peasy. Just gently pull it. Especially around the bottom area. So if you make a mistake like that, just pull it up. There's also another easy fix if you've got any thin black cardstock. You could just put another piece on top of this. I don't mind showing you my mistakes so you can not make them. It's not very often a crafter goes from go to woe without making a mistake. I'd like to meet that crafter. Okay, this is good. Getting there. Just tuck that extra glue in there. Very good. Get rid of this rubbish. Okay, let's do another page. Okay, I am just going to make sure that it is the same size, if not just a little shorter. Perfect. And you could do both sides, but I prefer to do one side at a time. Oh, a perfect fit. So that's the way to do it. Get your perfect fit. Okay, just make sure that is a perfect fit. We're on a roll. Doesn't hurt to just go in there and give it a burnish down. Make sure you've got no glue sticking. Let's make them all first and then we'll put them together. Just thinking about dinner. We have got a massaman curry happening tonight. Beautiful. Love my curries. I could eat them every day. Two. I'm so looking forward to making up this album. I love using papers I've created myself. I'm not saying I've designed them, I'm just saying I've created them. I use an AI with my own ideas. Oops. Perfect. Nothing's gone wrong so far. It's the putting them in the album that gives me the heebie-jeebies, because I never know if my hinge has been put in straight. So quite often I like to do a hinge without a hinge sort of thing. I like to just put my pages in with the flap over like that. Yeah, put pages in like that. Because then I can get my exact measurements. Hey, you've got to try all sorts of new things. You come up with new ideas or see someone else doing something you've never done before. You think, oh yeah, I'll give that a shot. And that's why our YouTube community is so great. Now that hinge without the flaps at the side, I got that idea from Corinne. I think Corinne's Craft Creations. Lovely lady. I've watched quite a few of her videos. So I thought I would give it a try, just for that hinge. I'm not sure that if I would do it again. Not that I didn't like it, I just like the finish of a, a flap over there. But as I said, you got to try different things. Learn from others and then you can teach others. If you don't learn, then you can't teach. What are we doing? Gosh, all this burnishing is really hurting my shoulder. I'm such a wuss sometimes. I do like this idea of what I'm doing now, putting these hinges in to save a cardstock, because hey, it's not cheap, you know. So if you can save, you know, 5 sheets of cardstock by doing this, that's 5 sheets of cardstock I can use for more pages. Last page. Okay. Did I do all of that off camera? Oh gosh, I hope not. Right, we've got that one in first. So I'm going to work with the next one. So I'm going to put glue on here, but not right at the where the score line is. I'm going to leave it like, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch. Oh, that's a little bit more than 1/16, Stella. I mean, a bit less than. Yeah. So, just open this up. Just pop it over, and we've got some time to do it, because we've just got glue, no actual tape. Oh, hello, you're supposed to be in there. What are you doing? Oh, come on. Thank you. That's good. That's good. We are pretty much squared up, as good as we're going to get. Now in here with the glue, and keep away from the edge, like the edge of the page, just for that 1/16 of an inch, you know. by not putting the glue right to the score line, you are allowing your page to bend back and forth. If you had it right at the score line, it would stand up. It wouldn't flop down or back like it's supposed to. Oops. I knew that. I knew that would happen. I'm always so paranoid I don't get this straight. Just lightly press that. Now let's make sure they are straight. Make sure we are straight. I want it to about 1/16 of an inch up from that score line. And then go in at least 1/16 of an inch from the edge. Put some glue there. They look pretty straight, don't they? Awesome. Number 4. That looks pretty good. Pretty straight. Yep, pretty straight, pretty straight. Last one. To try and get rid of that little bit of sticky tape that was in there. I took most of it off, but there's still a little bit there. So if I can't do that, I will have to just put a flange on there and cover it. There you go. I am really, really stoked with this. So, what do you think so far? Pretty good, pretty good. 4 and 5. I will have to put a flange on that one because that glue adhesive didn't come off. By a flange I mean I'm just going to, oh, that's the right size. Just make sure it's the size of the and I'm just going to go in here and just give it one little score line. And normally I would fold with that bump inside, but for this I'm going to fold it with the bump on the outside. So we're just going to put glue all over this. Okay, match it up with that page and then fold that piece into that gully. And just work that so that it's going to bend nicely, and you've got to stay there, mister. Okay. We'll let that dry. Another option, of course, is to use your construction tape. But the best option is not to make the mistake that I made. Just going to put my ruler in there and just fold that over. Fold it back, and that's perfect. That's good. We'll let that dry. Okay, well that's it for now. I'm hungry for my massaman curry. Perfect. Okay, thank you very much for being with me. I hope you've got some hints and tips maybe, and follow on and make this album. And just to finish off the view, I'm going to show you these beautiful papers again. Aren't they just glorious? There we go. Okay, there will be part 2, obviously, and I add some things to the pages. So probably 3 videos total. The next one I'll be adding pages, and then the following one I will be using the pretty papers here. Okay, thank you very much for being with me. I hope you'll make a comment, look good or bad, if you think I've made mistakes or you don't like what I've done. Please, all comments. I love all comments. I just like to know how I've done for you, how I've done it for you, because I'm doing this for you, not for me. Okay. Keep well and stay safe out there. Bye until next time.